2 or 3 of you?
3, 4.
I thought there were supposed to be 3, but
Supposed to be.
Supposed to be.
maybe the third one's not coming.
Again, folks, we are streaming live on YouTube. That's able to be retrieved at any time you'd like. On Robeson's Review. That's the site.
Anybody call Win?
Usually he's on time.
Yeah,
Doug was always the one that was late.
not our normal night, so.
Yeah, that's true.
I got caught in accident traffic, but I don't live in the township.
Yeah. You don't live that far.
But there were some different electrical issues with trees down and, you know what I mean, so I don't know.
Yeah, but so,
No, I don't.
how do I know or not?
We got information one year and that was 4 or 5 years ago.
Don't they need 3? They need 3, I think so.
Mhm. Because there's only 3 that sit, 2 can make a
3 is
decision.
preferable, but you can go ahead with 2.
Yeah.
Win? Hello? Win, can you hear me? Hello?
Did you want this night's transcript, do you know?
I'm pretty sure not, but I have to talk to the client.
Because we transcribe everything up there.
Okay.
vice chair are out.
Usually we always have one.
And why would you have to dress up, Bernie? So why would you have to dress up?
I'm on TV now.
I got news for you. If they can't take you for the way you are, they need to get a grip. I'm sorry. He's gonna be a little late the way it sounds.
I can't get them.
Do we want to proceed without them?
Well, it's 5 after, I don't have the number, and actually, the number I have for Win Chendigay may be an old one.
Yeah,
So, well, before we go on the record, Joy,
Yes.
we have our alternate, Scott, and we have Bernie. Do you wish to proceed with 2 members?
It's gonna be up to you. So if there's a tie vote, that means you don't get the relief requested. Since there's not 3 a tie, means you lose, so you would have to have a 2-0 in your favor in order to get the relief requested, or you could push to another day.
Sort of push until tomorrow. I know you wanted it done before the end of the year.
We
Well,
can't
no,
push
it
to
won't be tomorrow.
It won't be
But
tomorrow.
Okay.
determine another date and re-advertise, and we would only be able to not go ahead if you would be willing to sign a waiver of timeframes. Because I think
It's filed January,
we're on, this was filed November
18th.
18th, so, and our normal meeting is the 4th Thursday. And we usually have all of them.
I know. It just,
They're usually pretty good. If you want to postpone, and you'd have to give us a
Extension
waiver of
time.
MPC timeframes to get us to the 4th Thursday in January. If you want to go ahead, we can convene and proceed with 2 members.
yeah, but if if one goes one way and one goes the other way,
Then you lose.
I lose because I don't have a third person to make it be balanced. Right now, there is no balance. It's one or the other. So I have no clue.
Sounds like you wanna postpone.
I think having 3 people is a lot more realistic, because 1 and 1 doesn't, you know, I don't know what anybody thinks. I have no idea.
Well, here's what we should do. We should convene. Our board can proceed, we can, with the agenda, with regard to our last hearing in April. And when your case is called, if you want to request a postponement because we only have 2 members, we can then poll, make sure that other people are here so that we can identify parties, make sure everybody gets proper notice
Right.
for the, if that's what you're inclined to do, then I think we can go on the record and Honey, you could
I
call.
was gonna say, if you wanna sit and wait and see if he appears till you're done with something else, great.
We'll call to order at what, 7:10? And we'll do the pledge and flag.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, I'm here.
I'm here.
So we need to review the minutes from last meeting and. Did you
Do that? Yep.
You wanna make a motion to accept them?
I make a motion to accept the minutes from
second.
April 24th.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Now we're up to the hearing for tonight. And we're just stalemate here.
Well,
Well, no disrespect to either of you, it just seems a
Let's-
little more balanced with 3 people.
let me, if I may, first do the preliminaries and identify other participants if there are any. So first, the hearing exhibits,
Bless
the
you.
board exhibits are B1, it's proof of publication of notice of this public hearing, which was advertised in the Reading Eagle on, looks like the 6th. Affidavit of posting was on December 18th, that's board exhibit B2. And board exhibit B3 is the certificate of mailing evidencing the fact that notice of the hearing was mailed to the list of property owners that were provided by the applicant. They will be part of the record here. The applicant is here. Mr. Mooney, are you here on behalf of the applicant?
I am
Could you enter your appearance,
short with the
please?
law firm of Barley Snyder, 2755 Century Boulevard, and I'm here on behalf of the applicant, Joy Bridenstine.
And I noticed that there are a number of other folks in the room. And of course, everyone's here. We had an off-the-record discussion since our board is our member, Mr. Adelatis, and our alternate, Scott. And ordinarily, we have a full complement, and we don't have that tonight for some reason. But there are a number of other people in the room, and I want to explain the process of the zoning hearing. This is a zoning hearing. The zoning hearing board's job is to sit similar to what a court does. We hear evidence based on applications that are filed or appeals that are filed. And the purpose of our hearing is to take testimony under oath that's transcribed and to try to render a decision applying the facts that are presented by the applicant and other interested persons, and apply that to the law and the requirements of the ordinance. And people that have a direct and substantial interest in the application have a right to participate as parties. There are a number of people here in the room, and I want to determine whether or not any of those other folks wish to request the status of a party. A party is someone that has a direct and substantial interest in the application. An example of an individual or a person or a company that would have that type of interest would be an adjoining property owner. As a party, you have the right to participate in the proceedings by asking questions, presenting testimony, cross-examining. If you're a party, you also have the opportunity to be called by other parties to testify. And you have a right to receive a written copy of the board's decision and to appeal that decision. You don't have to be a party if you want to make a general public comment. This board always does take general comment at the end of hearings, but during the hearing, because it is a record proceeding and because it is transcribed, we like to try to identify parties in advance of the hearing so that we can make sure that everyone gets a fair opportunity to be heard. With that, is there anyone here that believes that they have such a direct and substantial interest that they would qualify as a party and wish to participate as a party? State your full name and address.
Timothy B. Bitler, 3115 Main Street, Robeson Township, Burnsboro, 19508.
Are you here in a personal capacity or
Yes,
as
I
a
am.
township supervisor?
Personal capacity.
And what is your direct and substantial interest in this application?
Well, township resident interested in the preservation of our ordinances.
I don't believe he lives sufficiently close or owns property sufficiently close to the subject matter property to have standing in this matter.
I travel the area regularly, and it's of general public interest for certain.
I don't believe traveling the roadway is sufficient to have standing. He has to have an interest that is different than that of the general public. So just because you drive by the property doesn't give you standing. I believe he lives a substantial distance away from the subject matter property.
So you objecting to?
I object.
Okay. Let me find out if is there anyone else here in the room that wishes to be considered a party in this proceeding? Would you
Albert Siegel.
stand up and,
Albert Siegel, property owner,
hang on,
and you know me.
Albert,
Yes.
and what's your address, Mr. Siegel?
413 Gerloff Road.
Say what?
413 Gerloff Road, Schweinsville, PA.
413,
Gerloff Road, Schweinsville, PA.
but you are an owner of property,
It joins her, yes.
okay. So there, first of all, you have any objection to Mr. Siegel?
No, he's an adjoiner, I don't have
Yeah.
any objection.
Gee, Chris, there's
Can you-
Joy.
wait, I need to
Sorry.
hear you
This
if you're gonna
sorry.
speak.
This is not a free-for-all.
Nope, I'm sorry.
You went there?
Just be quiet. So you have no objection
No objection.
to Mr. Siegel. Let me also note for the record, I know Mr. Siegel because I've had the privilege of doing legal work for him. It's unrelated to anything here, and I don't think it would be any issue of a conflict, but I
objection to
wanna,
that.
I wanna
No.
make sure that everyone is aware that Mr. Siegel and I are acquainted on a professional basis. But you have no objection to his participation?
No.
Thank you, Mr. Siegel. Anyone else wish to be considered a party? Okay. What I would suggest, we have an objection to Tim Bitler participating. He's not an adjoiner. I don't believe he's close, and I believe that your objections are technically correct. So I don't believe that you would qualify as a party under the MPC, at least the way I understand it. There's certainly nothing that prevents you from being here as a public citizen and making public comment. But participating as a party, I don't think you qualify. With that having been said, and again, everyone that's in the room now was in the room in our off-the-record discussion, but I want to put it on the record. With two board members here tonight, the applicant is indicating a intention to request a postponement.
That is correct.
Which they would typically have the right to do. If the applicant
We
were
will
to
grant a
request
waiver of
a,
the MPC timeframe.
we need to do that. So, this board regularly has a regularly scheduled meeting, which is the fourth Thursday of each month. And it's probably the reason why we don't have a full complement of board members here, because the fourth Thursday in December was Christmas. So, if the applicant wishes to move to continue the hearing until our meeting, fourth Thursday meeting in January, we would ask you to waive all MPC timeframes that are required. We have several of them, the most important of which is that the zoning board, when an application is filed, is required to convene a hearing no later than 60 days from the date of the application. And I think our fourth Thursday would put us beyond that date for your filing. So we can't agree to your request for a continuance unless you expressly waive that time frame in order to allow us to continue the hearing until the that date. Let me get that date and put it on the record here. Looks like it would be the 22nd of January.
And we are agreeable to waive the time frame until the 22nd of January, 2026.
Can we have your client be sworn in and have her state that on the record?
Absolutely.
State your full name for me, please, and spell your last name.
Joy Annette Bridenstine, BREIDENSTEIN.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now, would you state on the record, Ms. Bridenstine, that you agreed to waive all MPC timeframes for the board to convene and complete your hearing so that we can continue this hearing to the 22nd of January 2026?
Yes, sir, I do, I agree.
And would you also agree to have your counsel follow that verbal waiver up with a written waiver within the next 5 days?
I'll email you something tomorrow morning.
That'd be great, thank you, Keith. So, Mr. Siegel,
Yes.
because there's only two board members here, she's requesting a postponement of the hearing until the 22nd of January. Would you have any objection to that?
No.
All right, let the record note that Mr. Siegel's okay with a continuance. With that, are you moving to continue to that date?
Yes, sir, I so move.
Board members, how do you wish to grant the motion to allow her to proceed in January?
Yeah.
You want to vote on the record?
We make.
Make a motion to accept the terms for next month.
So you would continue the hearing until January the 20th, I'm sorry, 22nd,
Correct.
2026, 7 PM.
I second.
Everybody agree on that?
Yep.
Okay, and I believe we can postpone the hearing until the 22nd. We'll all come back, everyone is welcome to return and participate in the appropriate form and manner. And I believe that was the only hearing scheduled for tonight.
Yep.
So with that motion having been made and seconded, is there a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I'll second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much.
Run you guys back and forth twice, that was not my intent.
Yeah, it's not,
I know, but it's still, I apologize for the inconvenience.